Okay, so for this video, I'm going to show you how to use NeuronWriter and SEM-Writer to create an optimized article pretty much straight off the bat. So it was originally a one prompt process, but after experimenting a little bit more, I did have to flesh it out and make it a little longer. But I still think this is far quicker than just creating an article in SEM-Writer and then having to manually optimize it afterwards. So let's have a look. If you have NeuronWriter, you can input a keyword. So for this case, I've put dog ear mites. Once you've gone through automating and creating that content editor, it'll bring you up to this screen. Obviously, you want to also select your competitors. So I've selected the ones with the highest quality content that I want to target and compete with. And then you can also see all the LSIs and all the keywords that they recommend having in this article, and that's what we're going to use. You'll also need ChatGPT. You'll need ChatGPT 4 in particular, and you'll need to activate your plugins. In particular for these plugins, I use WebPilot and Wolfram. They both can help you analyze the data and URLs that you're giving it, and that's where we're going to draw the data from that we need to create this optimized article in SEM-Writer. So first off, we are going to grab those keywords from NeuronWriter. We're also going to copy a list of the competitors that we are wanting to compete with. So I have a prompt already written out, which I will paste in the description of this video. But basically, you will go to ChatGPT. I have a plugin that enables this interface, but yours might look a little different. And you're going to paste in this prompt. So here are 3 URLs and a list of LSIs I want you to analyze. List any LSIs or similar terms missing from this list, then compile into one whole list with the terms I've already provided you. And then we're going to put those competitor URLs, so back to Neuron. And I'm just going to copy the first 3. Just that. That's all I'm going to do just to show you this example. So then don't click enter yet. We need to give it the list of LSIs. So go back to Neuron. And then all I do is click copy all visible. Paste it in here. Let's get rid of this. Oops. I also see some people just use basic, so you can just use the basic terms if you want. I'm just going to do the whole lot, and we're going to feed that here, and click enter. And then you'll see it will start to use WebPilot and start to analyze those list of URLs we gave it for these LSIs. Okay, so it's done that. It did an analysis and it failed on the first URL, so it restarted it, which is good. And so it used a different plugin, which I'm not sure what it used, but it's now collated a list of all the ones that were in my original list that I gave to it, plus any that were missing from these URLs. Then we can take this list, and in SEM-Writer, you're going to use the SEO-Writer and pop these into the keyword box. And on ChatGPT, this is what I like to do, and I'm sure you have your own outline process, but I have lengthened this one prompt process to include this because I just feel like it gives a better output. But I will say this prompt, redo the prompt there, didn't change the keyword. So based on this list of LSIs, give a comprehensive article outline for dog ear mites. It's going to base this on the LSIs it's just given me. Okay, now we've got this outline. I'm taking that, and this is the part where I'm sure someone else has a way better way of doing this, but this is just how I do it. I just put it in here. You can obviously do this all manually, but just for sake of time, and I find this still works, I'm not going to do that. I'm sure if you spent the time to do all this manually and do all these little bits as H3s and give it background information, you'd get a way better response. But I'm just going to do it this way for this. So I just put that in the wrong one, so we need it in global, and let's just call it dog ear mites. What to do about this parasite. And then we're going to put those competitors back here. So go back to NeuronWriter, or you could just get it from ChatGPT, the list that you gave it. If you scroll all the way up. And then in Zim, paste. I know you can put the H2s and H3s here, but I just put this and it still seems to work. Click this one. And there it's put basically this, yep, just condensed right down. Again, if you spent the time to put all these into H3s, you'd get a better result. But I'm just going to do this for the sake of the example. Put it as medium. Do all this that you might want to do. Just going to put caregiver. And that is it. And then scrape and start. Okay, so now it's finished generating. And I'm going to copy all of this. I paste it in here, and just so you can see from scratch, just let that detect. And it's already a 59. Now, obviously the headings are not always bang on, so you may need to do those and just throw in you can throw in some more H2 terms. So let's just quickly do that. Okay, so I've just optimized those H2s a little bit more. You can see I've just put in the keywords and we've gotten it to a 72. If I spent more time putting in these missing ones, it would obviously get way higher, and I reckon you could probably get it to 100. And to improve readability, if you want to spend more time on it, I use Perplexity AI, which is just this, to add in more data and facts, and that would really bump up the quality. But a lot of people just want to post as is, so there you go. That's 72. Very limited steps in the process. You can now post this with some images or however you like. But obviously there is probably a way you could minimize this to one prompt, but I just don't think that you'll get enough information or what you want out of it. So I think this is the next best way. At least it works for me. I'm sure others have more refined processes, but I hope this helps you.